Good day, everyone. Alice here from Safi Financial Network. Today is August 14, 2023. Here's another daily analysis. Let's start with S&P 500 as usual. So market had a rebound today. Nice bounce. And it was kind of like coming along exactly to what we expected and what we explained in daily analysis, weekly analysis for sure. If you haven't watched that, make sure watch that one as well. So just put a link at the end of this video as well. But market just had a bounce and just nicely technically reacting to this level, which is going to be middle of this wide range bar breakout and the top of this pivotal point and this breakout to the upside. So and also SMA 50 is coming to the help. Some people are just looking at the moving averages, which is not going to be ideal at all. But I just leave it to you. I'm just looking for the price action, and we were looking for this 44.50, and that 44.50 just help us to have a bounce or rebound to the upside. So this can stretch up to here, and that could be the maximum stretch I would expect. So 45.40 to 45.50. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for. The time frame is going to be August. It's going to be next week, so August 20th to August 25. And just be careful. August 23rd is going to be Nvidia earning, and that could be kind of like the bottom information for the next rollover. And probably we will see some volatile price action all the way down to here, and that would be kind of like October, September bottom information. So we're just looking for a bounce. And this bounce just initiated today. I think we will have follow through. Could be this week could be a positive week in overall, and we just gave a market benefit of doubt. Today volume was pretty light, just 47 million for SPY, which is the S&P 500 ETF. And indicator wise, we are pretty oversold here. So in MACD, RSI, stochastic, and also IMI daily. So that's why we are just coming along with the bounce scenario and bounce just getting intact today. So we just give the market benefit of doubt, and we will see how it goes for the next one. Moving on to Nasdaq, which was exactly the same scenario. So Nasdaq stochastically oversold condition, RSI and MACD also based on the different scenarios. So we are just getting one of the most oversold condition within this rally. So we shouldn't surprise and to see if the market shows bounce. So moving average SMA 50, just the price just getting close above SMA 50 and recaptured that one, which is kind of like a bullish. But look at the line that I just nailed here. So I just mentioned that 14,993, that's going to be the level that I'm looking for, bounce. And this is just because this one is coming along to this demand area. So this demand area backtest initiate this rally to the upside. Right now, we are just looking for a bounce on this area when all indicators are showing us a bounce. So probably we won't see a positive choppy upside this week until we get here. So the maximum stretch that I'm looking for is 15,500 to 15,600. So we will see if market gets here, and then if we see a rollover scenario, so that's going to be kind of like the scenario that I'm looking for. Then we can get back to the short position. Right now, just we are staying long for a bounce, and this long could be finished, I think, for tomorrow or on Wednesday. We can just close our position and waiting for a short scenario. So this short scenario can be a very, very sharp sell to the downside. I think it's going to just go all the way down to here and then bounce back to this area, and then another short scenario to here, which is going to be a September, middle of the October. That's going to be the final bottom information. And I think Nasdaq will have a decent correction to the downside, and that's going to be a healthy for the market. So we will see how it goes for the Nasdaq. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones. This one actually is holding up pretty well. So right now we are just looking for this as a bullish consolidation. And to be honest, this week and next week, Dow can just initiate a rally to the upside. So If you want to go with long position, I know lots of people are looking for Nasdaq because it has better momentum, but price action wise and pattern wise, Dow is much more better than a Nasdaq and S&P. And look at that. So here we have got a reverse head and shoulder, and we initiate that one. We have got a bull flag here. We just nailed it as well. And right now, just Dow is forming another bull flag here. And this bull flag can trigger to the upside. A potential scenario would be double top. So that double top is going to be pretty close. So it's not going to be far away. So I'm going to just put a line here for all of you, just the 36,800. So right now we are at 35,300. So it's going to be very, very close based on the Dow movement. And that would be kind of like the scenario that I'm looking for. So we will see how it goes. But this rally can initiate a double top or nominal new all-time high. So we will see how it goes with Dow. But all in all, I'm kind of like it's inclined on a balance for the other indexes, and the Dow Jones can outperform the rally to the upside, and we will take benefit out of it. And moving on to individual names, starting with yield. The yield just broke this triangle to the upside pretty sharply. So this means Federal Reserve, they are going to increase another time. Possible scenario would be September time or Jackson Hole, which is going to be end of this month, Jackson Hole Symposium. We will get some bearish tone from Jay Powell. So we will see, but this is not good for stock market, not good for gold, and not good for TLT, which is treasuries. And as you see here, we had a sell-off on treasuries, not a bad one, a doji bar, but as you see here, it's just forming the bottom information. I thought that this one is going to break it out to the downside to here, but it didn't. And just hold up for now, Dragonfly Doji. So we will see how it goes. But if this formation forms here, if this basing formation forms here, that would be kind of like a pretty bullish. But we need to get some signs from yield. So yield is up. That's going to be pressure on treasuries and gold as well. So gold coming down, just testing SMA 200 on a daily basis, checking out this pivotal point. So gold, I think it's going to be one of the best buying scenarios going to be for the next 2 weeks. So if gold comes here to 1859, 1860, that would be kind of like, I think, the bottom information. To be honest, I didn't expect this one is coming below this, but seems like there is a momentum to take out this pivotal point. But that would be kind of like a washout low. So as like ABC corrective move to the downside. So 1860, that's going to be the bottoming scenario for gold. So I'm not shorting gold. I'm just waiting, to be honest, this bottom forms, and then we can just deploy our money to gold and gold miners as well. So we'll see how it goes. Crude just slightly negative today, 57 cents to the downside, still above $80, still below this 84.96. So more consolidation can trigger price to the upside. So we'll see how it goes. The VIX is coming down to this sharply. So I'm just looking for a VIX as like a buying opportunity. This week, if it goes down here, that's going to be a perfect buying opportunity, if you ask me, for VIX, and we will see how it goes. DXY just tackling up to the upside, hit just the 103.41 and then reject that back down. So DXY is at a minor resistance here. If it consolidates here, obviously it's going to tackle to the upside. 104, 105 can be kind of like the bottoming, the top information here, as it is like a very, very important pivotal point here on top of it as well. So a DXY can just get here, but it's going to be a short term. So I think any rally in dollar could be a selling opportunity. Moving on to technology, Magma Index. So this one, just a retracing back up. So it's going to be just a dead cat bounce. I think it's going to just go a little bit higher along with Nasdaq, and then we can see a rollover. If this one rolls over, then next one is going to be very, very ugly. So it can go down all the way to 1,000 area. Moving on to Apple, fantastically just work out the bottoming formation. This is going to be intermediate bottom, as you know, and this one can initiate a rally, especially this week. It can be just a spiky rally, a sharp rally to the upside, but it's going to disappoint lots of people, I think, down the road. So just be careful on that one. If you want to trade this, this is perfect setup for a bounce. So you can just get a trade nicely to 185, 186 by end of this week, as we just have like a very, very nice risk to reward here. With minimum exposure, capital exposure, you can just get a solid gain, 103, 123, and that's gonna be it. So just be careful on this, but Apple can go to the upside nicely. Moving on to Amazon. Amazon just sharply to the upside, $2. Not a bad price action for Amazon. Amazon can take out this pivotal point and hit another higher high. Microsoft just a $4.55. This is gonna be a bounce. This is gonna be exactly like Apple. I'm not expecting this top would be engulfed. I think that's going to be just a reversal is forming down the road. Sorry, that was Meta. Sorry, that was my bad. Meta and this one as well. Microsoft is the same. So Microsoft the same with Meta and Apple. So this one can go up all the way through 334, but that's going to be kind of like the bounce scenario, and it can just roll over as well. Google nicely going up. Google is totally different. So this one is forming a nice bullish consolidation. If this triggers to the upside, that can go higher than the other names. So it can go to $140 at the maximum stretch. Netflix just a $6 up. Right now, Netflix is holding up this pivot, but I think any consolidation, more consolidation, is going to drag to the downside. Tesla just a $2.89. So Mr. Musk seems like he's not in a good shape for now. So we will see how it goes for Tesla, but based on the price, cutting price in China, the revenue in China goes down. So we'll see how it goes. Semiconductors, they were leader to the upside today. Obviously, they just boost up the Nasdaq to the upside. SMH, fantastic engulfing to the upside. This can just have a good momentum to the upside. So 155 is going to be down the road, I think. The stock's the same pattern. It's nice engulfing. So look at that. So it's basically technical reaction. So we just nailed it here. And at 482, that was the scenario. So if it goes below this, that's going to just sharp sell to this area. So let me just put out another line here. So it's going to be just a very, very sharp line, sharp sell off to here. So 445, that's going to be the next scenario if it engulfs this area, which is going to be 482. TSM, just a bounce, the same as the other semiconductor index, semiconductor stocks. AMD, nice 4% to the upside, still holding up this now because of this demand area, but this consolidation, to be honest, if it fails to the downside, that would be very, very aggressive, ugly, which I think it's going to happen. Not yet, but it's going to happen. NVIDIA, what a sharp move to the upside. So NVIDIA sharp spike to the upside, 7%, $28 just for one day. Even after hours goes to 441. And I think NVIDIA can go to 451-ish, and then we can just see a top information. It's just by the rumor news for next week. I think it was in news that Saudi and Emirates, UAE, they just purchased lots of semiconductors from NVIDIA. They want to just increase their power in AI, and that news kind of like a booster for NVIDIA. Texas Instrument, nice surge to the upside, $4.21. Lam Research, you see that? The Lam Research was one of the strongest one before, but right now it's just form piercing engulfing. So that is not a good sign for Lam Research, obviously. Moving on to financials, XLF, just a doji bar, 7 cents, not a bad price action. So far, it's just forming a nice bull flag here. KBE, the same price action, so 64 cents to the downside, but I think they will come back to the market nicely. So right now, it's just consolidating, nothing bad, nothing good. KRE, 93 cents downside. JP Morgan, this one just getting into the leadership again. So 32 cents to the upside. Goldman Sachs $2.99 to the up to the downside. But look at the candle. So candle is kind of like forming. Buyers are going to come it back again, and I think this one can go to the upside nicely. Bank of America 36 cents downside. Wells Fargo 1 cent to the upside. So nothing bad, nothing good. Hold up pretty nice this pivotal point. Moving on to gold miners, they're coming down but retracing back up. So 28.49 for GDX seems like it's important pivot, and right now just reacting to that pivot. So if it goes above this, that's going to be a sign of reversal, but I don't think so. I think next 2 weeks we will see a bottom for gold and gold miners. GDX trade the same pattern, 51 cents to the downside. AEM, Agnico Eagle, this one actually forming a bearish consolidation just top of this pivot, which can go down to test this area and even test this pivot. So we'll see how it goes. New month. This one is ugly, to be honest. I don't like it. I have position on this, but this one doesn't show enough momentum to the upside. 39 cents, $39.46 right now trading, and it's just double checking or double testing this pivotal point at 37. We'll see. Franco-Nevada, not a bad price action. Even after hours, it goes to $100.42. This is one of the best, to be honest, among the other ones. So look at the price action. The other ones actually are down, but this one is kind of like up here. Gold Barrick 24 cents downside today. Not a bad, not a good. This one, the same with Franco-Nevada. This one is one of the best. Moving on to the last sector for today, XLE, which is like Spider Energy. So this one forming a doji bar. It's kind of like forming a doji bar at the pivotal point here or at the top. So if it consolidates here, more price is coming. So I think more upside is coming down the road for energy, but needs to consolidate and digest the recent move, especially look at the XOP. So this is a very, very overstretched, overbought. So this needs to even pull back. That would be a nice scenario for energy, and then retracing back up. So we'll see how it goes, but consolidation or pullback could be very, very healthy for this one. OIH, Oil and Gas Services ETF, this one as well, $3.21 to the downside. Not a bad price action, to be honest. This is over a stretch. This is an exhaustive move, and this one can go down here to 310 for the next upside move. So we will see how it goes. That's going to be the best scenario. Exxon, just 9 cents to the upside. Chevron, 12 cents down. Nothing bad, nothing good. Just forming in this wide range bar. Oxy, 73 cents to the downside, and REIC 2% to the downside. Again, goes back below SMA 20. So we will see how it goes with energy market. Overall, I'm just looking for a pullback for energy to get more long position on this. Okay, I think I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.